Industry Insider is only available at Promo Corner, the leader in digital marketing for the promotional products industry. Each Monday, they discuss, dissect, and debate a single issue impacting the world of promotional marketing from every industry perspective. Now, it's time for Promo Corner's Industry Insider.
Welcome to another edition of the Industry Insider Podcast, your promotional products podcast where you can get all the nerdy news you need to know about. My name is Jeff Franklin, National Accounts Manager with Headwear USA, and I'm joined today by three other lovely folks. We're going to get to them in just a second, but first I got to tell you guys all about Tervis Promos. Tervis Promos, they're the good strongs, the good goods. Tervis has been around since 1946, starting with their classic line. Sleek styles make it perfect for active and on-the-go lifestyles. You know what? I mess that up every time, don't I? Tervis is the original double-wall insulated drinkware that keeps cold drinks cold and reduces condensation. They're backed by a made-for-life guarantee. Tervis is the original customizable double-wall insulated drinkware that keeps hot drinks hot and cold drinks cold. They're available in several sizes as well, including a sippy cup, wine glass, both stemmed and stemless, depending on how fancy you want to get, 10-ounce wavy. They've got a 16-ounce mug, a 16-ounce or 24-ounce tumbler. And they've also got a 24-ounce water bottle, made from Triton plastic, made in America, lifetime warranty, dishwasher safe, microwave safe, and BPA free. Go check them out at tervispromos.com. You definitely won't be sorry that you did. So like I said, joined today by three other lovely folks. We'll start with Meg Erber with S&S Activewear. How are you, Big Meg?
I am doing good. I can't say that I lost yet because the week's not over.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
I just checked.
Yeah, but who do you still have, though, and how many points are you down?
Deontay Johnson, and I'm down like a 30, so it doesn't matter.
I'm down 4 points with Eric Ebron to play, so I'm holding out.
Oh, you'll get that. Eric Ebron will cover. Come on now. Steelers, let's go. All right. All right, so that was Stephen McFadden with Perfect Promotions and More. How are you, Stephen?
Doing well. I actually just got an email for you, Jeff. It's a cease and desist from Bill for using the term good strongs.
That's fine. Fair enough. You got that email? I'm sure Bill's listening. I'm sure he'll let me know that I need to stop using that. And fair enough. Good point. All right. We're also joined today by Mary Ellen Harden with Wall Street Greetings. Mary Ellen, how the hell are you today?
And I'm trying to keep up. No.
Yeah. I can imagine.
I'm glad to be here, though. Thank you. I'm good.
I can imagine. Hey, it's a busy time for greeting cards, right?
As I was saying, you all are right on point that this is holiday card season and 2020 is the year to be sending your cheery greetings and close things up.
Yes. So listen, I will be expecting my royalties for the great greeting card front cover that I just gave you some great scoop on. So
Right.
I'll expect that check here in about a month or so.
Nothing says the holidays like a toilet plunger dress up like a tree, really.
Yeah, and in fairness, I'll have to split I'll have to split the royalties with my uncle because he's the one that posted it. But, so listen, Mary Ellen, why don't you tell the folks that are listening who you are and give us, sort of the scoop on how you got started in the promotional products industry, what you've done since that time, and where you are now. Give us all things Mary Ellen Harden.
Okay. Well, let's see. First of all, I have to start with spending 30 minutes to talk about holiday cards could not be more thrilling for me because truly greeting cards are my passion. Like it really is. This is the box. This is it all. And so my kind of story started that I knew eventually I wanted to be running a business, specifically a card business. And it's so random, but I just knew that's what I was supposed to do. The creativity, the idea that you, like I said, sending cheer out, the design, the idea that you're kind of designing on that 5x7 paper or invitation piece, that just all appealed to me. And so I found Wall Street Greetings really quickly out of school. And it just so happened that, this corporate greeting card company was sitting in Kentucky. I live in Lexington, Kentucky. It's a Versailles, Kentucky company. We try and trick everyone with the Wall Street greetings, that were right on Wall Street. But and so I started doing work, of course, in product development, sales. I really am the one that figured out this whole promotional products industry. We kind of got into it backwards where we were already working with some of the big accounts. And then it opened our eyes to, hey, there's a lot more out there. And so then when I was 27, I was actually assigned the role of president. And from there, I've just done everything I can. We've increased sales about triple since that role. And a lot of that is due to our participation in the promo products industry. And so I I feel very fortunate. Greeting cards have their own industry that's kind of the gifts and retail, but the promo products is really where we fit, because all of what we do is B2B. And so it's really nice to have the leadership opportunities, the volunteerism, and just the connections that we've made through the industry. That's really helped me in running the business, and then of course in increasing sales, like we said. So that's what led me here, to some of the Spark participation through PPAI, and it's one of what I enjoy most about getting to know the industry. So like I said, Wall Street Greetings, we sell about 5 million stationery pieces a year. And it's all B2B. We started primarily in the financial industry, but now, of course, through promo products, we're doing everything, lots and lots of fun design for the brands that we all love the most. So, and we've stuck to primarily greeting cards. We also do e-cards, but pretty much everything is either an e-card or a greeting card. We're not doing business cards, letterhead. We are your go-to spot for corporate cards.
Yeah, so I was actually on the website earlier because I've always tried to figure out what the best way is for me as a salesperson to do greeting cards for my customers. And, while I love a physical greeting card, it's kind of difficult. It's not difficult, but I guess it's a little more logistically challenging to send out greeting cards. If you're doing, do you do one for the company? Do you do one for each of the individual clients? And if so, like, how do you go about logistically getting those out? But the one thing that I really loved on the website, and I think is a steal that you guys are doing right now, and maybe you can tell us about that a little bit, is your digital, the e-catalogs, your e-greeting cards that you're doing. I think I saw unlimited sends for $35.
Right.
Girl, let me tell you, you need to spend more, you need to charge a little bit more than that for.
What we found though, what we've found though, first of all, you only get to use it one season. Let's be clear about that. But we've offered this product in many different ways. So you obviously can do like a very animated e-card with us that's much more expensive, and we do that for some of the large brands that want to host one. But what we're offering this year is, and I'm sure you saw it, it looks very much like a paper greeting card. It has the same animation of just a card opening, and then you see the inside verse, and it's branded with a logo. And that price point is what we've found works, because e-cards are simpler, but they do come with, is it actually hitting an inbox? Can the person actually open it? How long are they going to be looking at it? E-cards and greeting cards, but you talked about how difficult it can be to get the list together and send it out. You're right, but I will say that's what makes them so fun and important, that if they really do show people that you've taken the time, and it really does bring a smile to somebody's face. The e-cards though, where you're smart to be interested in those, they generate that quick response. It's so, you get an e-card, you're going to email right back and say, hey, this was great, and I shared it with 10 people because it was so cute, and I enjoyed it so much. So both of them certainly have a place, and like so much with design and cards, it's pretty subjective to who the sender is and what works best for them. So yeah.
Do you guys get all the data from like if I was a customer and I decided to go the e-card route, do I get to see then all the opens and all the traffic
we
data?
do. Now that's not for the $35 price. There
Sure,
you
okay.
go. but for the large, the corporate e-cards that we're able to do through the promo, that's exactly some of the stats. We can do location, where it's been open more, the as you would understand, the timing, and how many times it was viewed. There is a lot of data around it that can be pretty useful. But
awesome.
What we found when we entered promo products is that greeting cards have been in the industry a long time. Like those who have been around for a long time, they probably remember the big books, that would have like the cards printed out. And Wall Street Greetings came in kind of thinking, we're going to do things differently, that we're in an electronic age. Nobody in any case is walking around those books anymore of any products. And so the e-cards, I think, are really what started to set us apart in the industry, that we could offer that along with the traditional cards. And then of course, I think just that we have really fun designs. Like that definitely is something that we brought to the industry, that our designs are specific to the brands. We don't have a catalog that you're limited to when you're ordering or choosing or working with your clients.
So question, do the customers just send you like an Excel document, and then you guys, you drop ship them all? Do they do any of the design work? Like how does it work from start to finish? Like,
Right.
Customer,
So quite frankly, Well, like if we are doing a program that would be like 100,000 cards, we start that in March. And a lot of our programs are, in the industry, like I said, that's how we got in backwards, where we're doing these large accounts. And what's exciting too is that's repeat business. Usually they're not going to stop sending their holiday card. Once that's a tradition, things look poorly if all of a sudden the card's not received. So we would start that design in March, which is why when I say I love greeting cards, I mean, you kind of have to love Christmas and holiday, and greeting cards. If
Year round. Yeah.
Yeah. We're kind of always in that mode. But so, I mean, we, being a small business, can be flexible to the needs. At the most basic level, you look through our catalog, you send a PO, and we can drop ship it to, whatever group or individual customer you want. We can do the mailing services where you actually send an Excel file in and we're actually mailing it out and it goes to the recipients for your clients. But those large accounts, I think part of what's made us so successful is we work with you first on the design. That's the fun part. Everybody enjoys that. And sometimes it's in-house and sent to us. Then the cards are printed. Then we actually personalize, where we can add, names, logos, signatures, print them, and then drop ship as they're needed. And that's what's happening about October through the next week will be those drop ships. Is that clear?
Amazing. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
This, I wish I knew about this sooner.
I was going to ask.
I hope
Like,
everybody
damn,
says that.
I waited till December.
My favorite line, when we are at Expo or when I'm talking to new people, is I promise that your clients are sending cards. They just don't know they can get them from you. I really do think that in the industry, people just haven't quite put greeting cards with the hats, the mugs, the pins, the athleisure wear, all those things. So.
No, I know because I personally didn't. I was like, oh yeah, the card lady, sure, let's have her on. It's just I really didn't think too much into it because I've known most of the other guests. So
Right.
it's really good because I used to be so into doing my Christmas cards and then sending them out. I just got really busy, and I feel so guilty when I'm getting Christmas cards every year, and I'm like, you're not getting one back. But I feel I have an excuse now.
Steven, note to self: we're not meant to send mega card because we're not getting.
Yeah. You can scratch her off the list.
I feel so bad. Michelle Bell said, if anyone ever gets one from her, it's the best card. I look forward to it every year, and I'm cringe when I open it because I'm like, she still sends me one. I love you, Michelle. But now that I know Mary Ellen, I feel like maybe people will get one this year. Maybe.
Well, and that's what I kind of said at the beginning. I mean, this is the year, and Jeff's not the only one that has really creative designs for 2020 and what people want to say. And I think people are, we have snowmen masked up, and and the financial industry, the bull and bear wearing their mask, so that there's a lot of that going around. So it should be a pretty fun. I personally can't wait to start receiving my cards and really see what
I know. I'm sure. Now, how long does it take? If someone sends in a design, obviously I'm shopping for myself. So let's get it all out there. How long does it take? If I was okay, Mary Ellen, I'm going to send you some files today, or this is what I want.
Right.
What's how long is that process?
Are we too late? I think is what we're trying to ask.
Right. I understand the question. So anything on our, if you're able to shop our catalog and send a PO for those are shipping within about 2 to 3 days. And so then I would say if you sent a design in, you're looking at about 4 to 5 business days. So it's not unrealistic, but you probably should start thinking about it.
I'm always
that's the other thing. Well, Thanksgiving cards were huge this year, which we continue to see that increase. And of course, now we're hitting holiday. We think New Year is going to be huge as well. So, you've got that opportunity just because, again, we're back to that same theme of let's just close out 2020 and see what 2021 holds. So, I mean, there's kind of your triple holiday opportunity to get your cards out.
So here's a little trivia question for Meg and Steven. And
okay.
Steven, I know you've been getting you're antsy. You're trying to ask a question. You keep interrupted, so I apologize. I'll definitely go to you next. But listen, trivia question for Megan and Steven, and then I'll allow Mary Ellen to confirm. But what is the second highest volume for a seasonal card? What season or what holiday?
So Christmas being one, is that what you're saying? Yes. And then we have to figure out what number 2 is.
Try to ask Siri. Valentine's Day.
Someone's birthday.
Well, that's not seasonal.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it is for them.
That would be an everyday card.
Okay, fine. I'll change.
Just pick one, Steven.
Yeah, we're
There's
killing
only
a
like
lot of
5.
time here.
Okay. 4th of July.
Oh, whoa. Mother's Day.
Oh, came up with 4th of July. All right, what's the answer, Jeff?
It's Valentine's Day for sure.
Well, and Mother's Day is usually right up there.
Yeah, I think
now,
birthday was the right answer. But
birthday's the biggest card sending occasion, then holiday, and then you're right there, Jeff. It's kind of like
Right.
Valentine's Day and Mother's Day. So
Yeah.
4th of July is not up there.
It's not up there.
come on, you guys didn't get 4th of July cards this year?
I mean, my birthday is the day after 4th of July, so I never really get anything. It's always taken away by the 4th of July.
So that actually leads me to my next question. I mean, this being what most people would think primarily a Q4 kind of a product, you know, do you guys see seasonal pushes, or can you integrate this year round? I mean, do you see people just adding this into kits and fulfillment programs, or do you guys do like
Right.
birthday list mailers? Like what other types of ways can they be integrated throughout the year?
So birthday is, we sell more birthday cards than holiday cards, but they do primarily fall fourth quarter because everybody's getting that order in together. But the everyday, you know, the other occasion cards, and those are the cards that you need to have at your desk. If somebody passes away, congratulations. If somebody got married, or somebody's family member graduated from college, or, you know, just all those life occasions, that's really what a lot of people make sure that they have on their desk. And in the promo industry, onboarding is another thing that, you know, making sure that those onboarding cards are distributed and out there. So I think you do have to be creative and look at the year at what your clients would have going on and how greeting cards fit into those regular cycles is kind of what I would be saying. But as far as in the financial industry, you know, or universities or healthcare, the whole idea of welcome to new employees, that's what I'm saying by the onboarding. Thank you cards. There's been, I think, you know, any of the occasions like the boss's day or secretary, you know, that kind of stuff, more so where they're doing campaign. We had a great campaign that was 3 years ago. And I think it was the kind of like a gratitude week, and the company ordered thank you card sets for the entire national office. And so we were just sending these packs of 25 cards out as an employee recognition and a thank you gift. With you about 4th of July, but a lot of people do really like, you know, targeting those kind of off holidays like Veterans Day or Labor Day, even 4th of July being one of
4th
those.
of July,
So I mean,
you know.
kind of, yeah. I mean, you're not totally off. It's not the highest, but you're not totally off. But the point of the card, I think, and why they're successful is getting something unexpected, you know, and seeing that somebody went that extra step to put something in the mail that recognizes you. And, you know, so any time of year, especially when it's not a big card sending time, it makes a difference.
So I know in the business development side of things, everyone always talks about touch points. You know, you got to be able to stay in front of people. Do you guys do things where, you know, if someone were to send you client birthdays, where they could, you know, be sent out on their birthdays as just client touch points or things like that?
Right. Then that's what we would call the fulfillment, where we're actually mailing for
cool.
you. We've started getting into that because it seems, you know, more and more important. We like to think that if you're actually putting your handwritten note in there, it means more, you know, but sending just so that that's a constant reminder is something that we do. And a lot of people, you know, we offer calendar cards. That's another thing, kind of that touch point where it's going out as a gift item at the end of the year. It's always hanging up. The customers are thinking about you, but the note cards,
65 days a year when you get that calendar.
yeah, right.
Are you seeing a big pickup in the use of promo with these products, as in like redemption codes for gifts, or, you know, putting these with products? Are you seeing a kind of a rise in that?
Yes, that's another thing that we see year round, where kind of like a little flat card or an enclosure will go with a gift item. Or we've seen a lot of use where gift cards paired with the greeting card. You know, there's just a lot of creative things you can do with it. And that's a piece we haven't talked about, that it can be such a low price point. I mean, you know, you really can make that impact, show you're there, show you care at a fairly low price point. But they go great, you know, to answer your question, yes, that's what's really fun, you know, is when we start seeing how the cards are being used with other products.
So Manny Nieves chimes in. He says hello from Puerto Rico. Do you guys ship to Puerto Rico?
Yes.
Awesome. There you go, Manny. Hey, you can get some greeting cards still. Javier also chimes in and he says, note to self, he's setting it on his calendar that he's going to, or setting a reminder for himself that in September he's going to start talking about holiday cards.
Great.
There you go.
Oh, I thought he was going to say 4th of July cards, but
Well, you know, I mean, I'm sure he's probably already got it on his calendar to like.
he's got that one already.
Yeah,
He's
that's
just
taken
adding-
because it's definitely the best season for sending, you know, your seasonal holiday card.
Do you have a favorite card of all time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that was one of the things I do. And a lot of time, you know, we laugh that if you create it, you're going to love it, you know, and I actually, that's part of, I think why, and not, I know why, I mean, my passion being cards, I'm part of the design part. I'm part of writing the inside verse. I can't tell you how many times people will say like, oh, you're like Mr. Deeds, Adam Sandler, you know, you write the inside verse. I'm like, yes, I am. So, there's, you know, the ones that I like, we did one card of my front porch one year and decked it all out with these pumpkins as big as like 3 baby, you know, like the biggest pumpkins you've ever seen. And that one has sold probably, you know, 200,000 in the past like 5 years. And so that's fun, you know, and I don't even live in that home anymore. And then there's some that I've painted or I've drawn. And so you always look back on like that first card when I was, you know, new to the company and I was like, hey, what do you think of this? You know, and then again, it's another one that would have sold into the hundreds of thousands. And so you do have favorite cards that I've created. And then I do also have favorite cards that I receive. I think anybody in business, you start kind of looking at my grandfather for years and years and years has always made me the card on his computer. And, you know, they're just so great. And so you know, there must be a reason I always thought this is what I was going to do, right? It's in my genes, maybe. I don't know. He was a doctor.
Well, it's funny. I went to school for, you know, medical, and here I am now.
Right.
Promo. I have to share this. So when you were talking, Stephen sent us a link for 4th of July cards off of your website. So
yeah, they're there.
they are a thing. I mean, yeah, there's 4 of them. So you win.
Hey, but the customization and the ideas are endless, man.
They are.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I should read this or not, but in good humor, we'll read it anyways. All right. Randy would like to know if you can make Georgia January runoff ballots. He's asking for a friend. No comment.
You know, anybody can submit any art.
That's a great answer.
Randy wants to be on the podcast, guys. I forgot to tell you.
Fair enough. Well, yeah. So anyhow, so what's really cool about what you just talked about is so you technically get to like decorate your house for all these seasons, and then if you're using images from it, you get to write all that crap off, don't you?
That's the point. That's what I'm telling you guys.
That's so awesome. And I want to start selling greeting cards now.
So you can have giant pumpkins on your porch too.
Exactly.
There you go.
Who wouldn't want that? So, all right. You guys have any other questions for Mary Ellen before we get into the rapid fire?
No, I don't. I was trying to think of something, but I think I'm just blown away. Like, what a really cool idea. Great. I mean, we're always talking about 4th quarter gifts and incentives. You know, what we don't ever talk about greeting cards in this industry. And I think it's something that should definitely be added to the mix. Especially if you do it anyway. Like, why not support this industry? 100%. I'm actually putting an email together as you were talking to my marketing department to make sure we use you guys. So I think that's pretty awesome. But
So you weren't actively listening during the podcast?
I was, but I wanted to, well, I just wrote a note to myself. I didn't actually write the whole email. We have a marketing girl who actually, I don't remember, shut up. In your corner. Back down there, your July 4th card. So she actually designs them like paint straws, like from scratch. She's so talented, and I would love to see that on like this. It would be really cool. It is a great.
You realize you're going to get a 4th of July card from Meg now, right? You know.
Every year.
And I'm sure it'll be addressed to like what was it, Meg? Anonymous Beaver or something like that.
Yes, the Anonymous Beaver. That's where you're going to get it from.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's like an Excel Google sheet name that they give you, and we're like, who's the anonymous?
Yeah, anybody that logs into Google Sheets and with multiple people in it, it always gives like the somebody else that's in there, like anonymous whatever animal. And so Stephen whatever when we were in there before, he was called anonymous. It's pretty funny. So we'll let you in on the inside joke. But anyhow, let's get into rapid fire. I think it's about that time, yeah? And Meg, since you didn't prepare, why don't we go to you first?
Do we have a sounder, like a little music jingle that plays before the rapid fire?
We should probably
We
have
need
some
one.
sleigh
We
bells or
should get
something.
one. I'll get that one for next time. Yeah. Now let's skip me this time. Yeah. Let's start with Mary Ellen since she's our guest today.
Whoa, she just skipped.
No, I don't think you're allowed to do that, Meg.
I put the Uno card down. I'm putting the Uno card down. Just go. Just go.
All
It
right.
was the game, not a card. Just go ahead, Mary. Mary.
Yeah, I could go. Do you want me to carry this podcast for you? Oh, no, I'm kidding.
Yes, please, please.
I was going to just ask kind of that question of, do you, is there one card you remember that you've received? I mean, I think everybody kind of has that.
If I did, it would be probably for sentimental reason, and it would probably
Right.
be from like my girls or something, that they
Yes.
probably didn't even have anything to do with, but
Right.
that would probably be my answer.
Well, I'll say that there's the one that I'll remember the most this year is the one that we received like a month ago, and we were like, what is this? Like, why are they sending us this card? I was like, are they having a baby? They're already married. I opened it up and it was a Christmas card. It was like, thanks, Pat. Thanks, Anne Marie.
At the beginning of November,
So I will definitely remember that. I will say, I don't even have a place for it yet, but they are on my list to get a card when I send them. But that's what I would say I remember the most.
I was looking over at the shelf because I have some cards over there.
Right.
and I was trying to think of a very memorable one. I have one, but there's like too long of a story to explain. But I actually got one from a competitor friend of mine from just there was a weird business mix-up that had happened, and the way it was handled was super cool. But then their whole team sent us a letter about it, and it was on a really cool card and came with Pop Rocks. So it was a nice gesture. But I have it over there as a reminder. So
That's perfect. That's the point of what we do. And that's why I enjoy it, I think, is because if you do get that one card, it's like always on display. And you're like, yeah,
mhm.
that brightens my day.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so I'll go next then. So what do you think the best time is to start sending your holiday card? Because I think that's a point of contention. Just like, look, everybody wants to put up their Christmas tree like November 1st, and no, you can't put it up until November, whatever Black Friday is. All right, so
27th.
well, this year, yeah, it changes each year, but yeah.
No.
Yeah. So when do you think, guys, is the right time to send out holiday cards? Do you want to be like the person that gets their card out like right on the holiday, or are you trying to be way out in front so people can just
So I'm actually sending mine out today. So I don't know if that's just luck of the draw that this is the question that was asked, but I have them in the car and they're going out today. And I was thinking about this because we just started getting them, and I was like, if I get them in 3 weeks, they're going to be up for like 5 days, and then I'm going to be throwing them away. If I get them now, they'll be on the mantle like for the season. So yeah, I think now is about the right time.
Go ahead, Meg.
Never for Meg.
Anytime, actually. Like, if anyone gets one from me, they're very fortunate. So I would say, no,
I know.
honestly, I would.
It only
Early
took
December.
a polo from you, so yeah.
I still have that original polo. I found it. It was in a bag in my garage. I'll get that to you one day. But you're getting leggings next week. So yeah, I would say early December. Early December is my day.
Mary Ellen?
Mary Ellen.
My day, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Stephen had it on that's exactly it. If you're sending for your business, you definitely want that card to hang out a while and so that, they can see it. And so I don't think you send it before December, back to Meg's story. I do think that might have happened in error, but anytime after December 1st and the earlier you can get it out. Now I have to say I am one of these that I get everybody else's cards out and then I try and be really creative with my own. So it usually hits around December 23rd for my group, my personal family. And to me, I'm like, hey, it still made it. And they still get that smile when you open it and you get to see what's going on. So, but for any of our buyers, I would certainly encourage early December.
And Jeff, actually to clarify, I send my 4th of July cards out June 21st typically. I know we didn't
I was
specify
wondering. But you should send it out probably like maybe a week or two earlier so it can sit on the mantle a little longer.
Yeah, like maybe like June 7th, June 8th, something like that.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
So yes, I think you have to obviously put up your tree and your decorations. And if you're doing photo cards or something like that with your family to send out to your family or friends, you obviously want to be around the decorations or the tree or the mantle or whatever that situation is. So it kind of has to be after Black Friday if you're putting your stuff up Black Friday. So usually like a week or so after that, so I would say around this time, first week of December or so. And then that way it's up for 2 or 3 weeks, like you said, Stephen. That's my answer.
Solid.
Thank you.
My turn? Or
Yeah.
Meg,
So actually,
do you need more time?
Go.
You need more
Okay.
time?
Meg, do you need more time
No,
to procrastinate?
No, fine. Okay, so Mary Ellen, when we were talking, I looked you up on Facebook earlier before the show, and I saw that you had the 3 babies.
Shocker.
So we all have our favorites. Which
Oh,
one's
no.
yours?
Okay, well, as I told you all,
Yeah,
You can't
I went
do
there.
that.
there's no real answer to this, right? But
No.
I do have a little baby that was born in March, right? And so the baby's always the favorite right now. I mean, they don't do it. He's 9 months old, and he's the only one that hasn't just been bugging me all through 2020, right? Like, so that's an easy one for me. I think when they get older, that's when it's going to be difficult. So, Meg, great question. Love when that comes my way.
How old are
No,
your kids?
no,
though?
that is not a great question. You do
I know,
not
I'm
have to.
I'm kidding. I have
Terrible.
a 6-year-old little girl who's in first grade. We've been doing that. And then I have a
Yeah.
4-year-old little girl.
Ah,
And then I have my 9-month-old little boy. And their names are Rory, Betty, and Philip. So,
Aw,
okay. Fair enough.
great.
Yeah, I'm surprised to hear you say that the baby is the favorite, though. Like, I get it after they're about 9 months, so around this time they start to like give you a little bit of love back. But the first 6 months suck. Let's be honest.
and that's a boy thing.
That's not a boy. I have 2 girls.
No,
First 6
the
months.
dad thing. A dad thing.
Oh, you
people
think
that
so?
don't like babies. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Look, babies
You're
are great,
stuck in
but
a
they're a
home.
lot of work, and you get nothing to show for it.
When you're stuck in a home and you have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, you go, mommy this, mama, that baby that just sleeps for a
Mommy.
couple hours in the morning,
Mommy.
a couple hours in the afternoon.
That's true. Fair point. Fair point.
All right, I'll
Yeah.
close it out. Since we all have kiddos, Elf on the Shelf, yes or no?
Oh my gosh.
I do it, but I half-ass it, just like I do my holiday cards. Why didn't the elf move? I don't know.
Wait, so you don't do it?
I forgot. No, I do. Well, I do. I just half-ass it. I'm like, I just keep forgetting. I go to bed, I forget. So, what about you, Marilyn?
Have to do it. It's so funny that was your question because that's another thing is when they come out, right? So they just came out yesterday. Obviously, I forgot last night. My daughters have
Oh, they're supposed to come out? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
You might want to get yours out. No, I'm kidding. But
Supposed to come out the day after Thanksgiving.
see, we do
According to the movie.
yeah.
Don't watch that
So-
movie, it'll ruin it.
Anywho, so my daughter this morning is up at like 5:30. She's like, is it time to get up? I'm like, no. She's like, I need to go look at the elf. And I was like, oh, that is a good reminder that I need to get that elf moved very quickly. So I was in hot water. We took care of it fine, but luckily we have a dog that I had to check on or something, but that was
Like when the tooth fairy comes and you're like, let me check. I'm sure it's under here. Oh, here it is.
right.
Javier says you got to make sure you quarantine your Elf on the Shelf for 14 days since they just traveled from the North Pole.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put it in a bag or something.
I'm gonna say no. My kids are angels. They don't need an Elf on the Shelf. They're blessings. No, they really are.
Girls.
But they're just now like getting to the point because they're 3 and the other's about to turn 2. She turns 2 on December 20th. So, they're still at an age where they're like this year on, like last year for the older one. Like once they're like 2 or 3, that's when they really start to understand what's happening with, and if you're telling them about Santa and they start watching videos and all that good stuff. So, I so far it's been good enough just to say I'm going to tell Santa,
Yeah.
and then they just stop. They're like, no, I want to be a good girl. I want to be a good girl.
Yeah, you got like 1 year left of that.
As we get changes.
Yeah, so
I
maybe in a
almost-
year or 2, I'll put Elf on the Shelf out. Who knows?
Absolutely.
I just got a text message that just almost ruined Elf on a Shelf. My wife was listening to it at home with my daughters. So anyways, this one's not kid safe. I don't know if we need to put a disclaimer out there for any.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not. We actually had a couple of comments on the Facebook page. Jeremy Witt said, family photo invitations are the best at Christmas time. Always enjoy receiving them in my mail. I was actually going to say my other favorite Christmas card that I get is one from my friend Chrissy down in Florida. We've keep in touch. She sends me a Christmas card every year with like update on what the family's doing. So, and then Javier Melendez says it's the best time year for it, quarantine for the 14 days. So yeah, we missed those comments. That's all. But yeah.
Awesome.
Marilyn, thank you so much for
My
coming on
pleasure.
with us. You know what, Jeff? You know what I was thinking of? I have 2 mugs at my desk.
Yeah. Are they both? What brand are those?
Yeti and
Oh.
another one, Naiad. So I think I need to get a Tervis.
Oh.
Tervis needs to send me a mug because they're our sponsor. I'll drink from it. Just saying.
Oh Lord. Well, that was a terrible segue, but
I was trying.
why don't we talk about Tervis and how great their tumblers are?
I need one.
So Tervis actually added a stainless to their well-established line about 2 years ago, and with the goal of being better than the competition by utilizing state-of-the-art custom 360-degree UV printing. They're also available in 4 sizes: 12, 20, 30, or 24-ounce water bottles. 5-year warranty on these things. They're 18.8 copper lined, vacuum insulated, 8 hours hot or 24 hours cold. It's true. I do use a Tervis tumbler for my coffee in the morning, and honestly, it'll stay hot for so many hours. You actually got to be careful. You got to leave the lid off for a while to let it cool down. But once it's at the right perfect temperature, you could literally sip on it for like 2 hours and it's the same temperature, man. It's awesome.
That's
So
what I
check
need.
them out at tervispromos.com. You won't be sorry that you did. Thanks for that terrible segue, Meg. Appreciate it. Mary Ellen, you're the best. Really enjoyed meeting you at Spark. What was it now? Almost 4 years ago. And
Yeah.
you hosted a great session, and I hope you've been asked to do other speaking engagements within the industry because you did a really good job. And I'm happy to have had you on the podcast. Thank you for starting our holiday season off the right way. Appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Promo Corner's Industry Insider. For more great content from industry thought leaders, including podcasts, blogs, and videos, visit promocorner.com.